Welcome back to IceHogs Warm-Up. Joseph Zakshesky with you, joined alongside Rockford IceHogs head coach Jeremy Colliton for the Forest City Diagnostic Imaging diagnosis of the game. And coach, game number 4 of a season-long 6-game road trip for you, but reflecting back on what was a successful California trip for you, I mean, what are you taking out of that trip to build off of momentum-wise now you've returned to the Midwest?
Well, certainly the results are good, but when we look at the games, it's the performance. We were worthy of good results. I think we still... we make some good plays and create a lot of offense, excellent pressure away from the puck, both on the forecheck and coming back. But I thought our decision-making was overall pretty good. We wanted to stay out of those coin flip 50-50 situations, gambling. I think we're good enough to win the game. We don't need to try and make something where there's really nothing there. And I thought overall we did a pretty good job throughout the trip, and we got rewarded for it.
Now, I know as a coaching staff, you like to break things down into segments, so you're not probably looking at the trip overall, but maybe the first 3 games. All right, that's California. Now it's the next 3, 2 against Cleveland, and then the Grand Rapids Griffins, all Central Division foes, and you know where you stand in the Central Division standings, and it seems like it's crunch time this time of year, so how do you approach this next segment of 3 games?
Yeah, it is. It's an important time, and we know a 6-game trip and broken up into 3, but really we just focus on the first game, focus on the game that's in front of you. It's a cliche, but I think it's important. You can't look too far ahead. Focus on what's important right now, and for us, that's first period, the first shift, first 5 minutes. Let's come out sharp and ready to play and put ourselves in a good position for the rest of the game.
And is that something you've been saying a lot too mentally, because this is a Rockford team that's on a 5-game point streak. You're taking on a Monsters group that just came off a 5-game winless skid, so they have a little bit of a chip in their shoulder and some confidence in their sails. How do you keep that same mental toughness moving into a new contest like tonight?
Well, we think they came into our rink and they got 3 out of 4 points against us, and we don't feel that's acceptable. We played quite well in both games, but getting back to what we liked about this last the 3 games, I don't think our decision making was where it needed to be, and so then you don't get results. And so we want to have that urgency, want to have desperation, but be professional about our approach on every shift, and then we will get the wins we want.
And with this group, the way you've built your success in California is a bit of a mishmash of how you combine lines, defensemen playing forward, and then you had some extra bodies moved around as well. Is that now becoming a regular thing for you as a coaching staff? And I guess in that locker room, it's probably becoming a fairly regular thing just to see those differences and those changes, because you're getting the response you want. It seems like everybody's finding that groove. Yeah,
well, we had a long stretch where we had a pretty stable lineup, and but that's not the norm. That's the exception. And we've been trying to build all year a group that a little bit interchangeable as far as who's going to play with who, and we want to have an identity as far as what we expect when the guys go on the ice, what they expect from themselves and what they expect from their teammates. And I think we're getting there, and so that allows us to maybe mix and match a little bit and spread the ice around or load up certain guys and play certain guys out of position. And I think that's it's a strength that we've shown in the last few games. Is it doesn't matter. We find a way to win.
Coach, I appreciate your time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Head coach Jeremy Colliton joining us here on IceHogs Warm-Up for the Forest City Diagnostic Imaging diagnosis of the game. The puck drop just right around the corner, 6 p.m. Central Time, as we go head-to-head against the Cleveland Monsters. You're listening and watching Rockford IceHogs Hockey on the IceHogs Broadcast Network.